Hi, Big Lap Bible. I'm Martin.
And I'm Danita, and we're from Camper Cruisin'. Our party is us and our two little boys, Hudson and Jordan. We are currently travelling full time, and we have been since October 2019 when we left Perth, WA.
I had enough of doing the same work day in, day out, and the kids were sort of young enough that we didn't have to homeschool them. So that was a couple of reasons.
And I also didn't want to go back to my job after I had Jordan. And we sort of started our lap in 2014 when we left Tassie and headed towards WA, and then ended up staying there for 5 years. And then had the kids, got married and all that stuff, and then thought, why not? May as well do it now.
Yeah, why wouldn't you?
We're never going to do it if we don't do it, so that's it. Where are we currently?
We're in Collinsville in Queensland, the small little mining community. I've picked up work here for a couple of months. So we're obviously doing a bit of work as we travel around.
And then from here we'll head back out towards the coast and start heading up towards Cairns for the Christmas period. And then
Who knows? We don't plan very far in advance. We just wing it most of the time. So we've got a 1988 FJ62 Land Cruiser, which I converted to a V8 back in 2013. So it's got an LS1 5.7 litre V8 in it. And we've got a hybrid camper trailer from Lifestyles, which was sort of the smallest thing we could find that would sleep 4 people, have enough storage, and be under the towing capacity of this old girl, which is only 2.5 tonne.
We also wanted something that we could take wherever we take the car. We don't carry swags or a tent, so we do like to go off-road and go remote when we can. So yeah, we wanted to be able to take all our stuff with us. We do a mixture of both.
We avoid caravan parks where we can, but it's a necessity sometimes to wash your clothes and have a long shower.
We do love a good beach camp, but we also love a good bush camp as well. We're not too fussy really when it comes to those.
Nah.
But we do like to get away and just relax, and then we don't have to worry about the kids making so much noise either.
It has to be one of the sort of beach camps we've had. We've had a few.
Mine would probably be King Kuna Beach Camp, which is just south of Bundy, right on the water. You look out your bedroom window and you can just see the ocean, the sunrise, fishing. That was nice.
Don't have neighbours right next to you too, which was probably a bonus on that one.
Yeah.
Marten Island was pretty cool.
Yeah, North Point at Marten was
You could sort of
pretty
avoid
nice.
the wind. It didn't get travel to any side of the island and get away from the wind, so it was always really nice. Yeah, Rapid Bay down South Australia was pretty cool, but you were jammed in with a lot of other people.
Yeah, it was a lot more populated. My highlight so far would have to be Uluru. That's been on my bucket list for a long time. It wasn't even on our list of things to do while we were doing our trip, but with all this COVID stuff, it sort of has extended our trip.
Yeah, well, our trip was a 12-month lap, but I don't know, what, 4-6 months into our lap, COVID hit the first time, so that pretty much locked us down for 6 months, so we've just extended indefinitely at the moment.
What's your best place you've ever been?
Lorella Springs was pretty good, between Lorella Springs and probably Marten Island.
Yeah.
You could just explore from your camp spot. Marten was good because you could swim in the ocean, but there was hot springs on Lorella. You had everywhere you could travel and check out new things. There's always new stuff to do and new things to see. Hasn't been anywhere that's not that sort of scarred us that we're definitely not going back there. I'm pretty keen to do the top end of WA. We've done a little bit of the Kimberley's, Gibb River and Canningstock route previously, but to not be on a time limit and actually explore properly, and Carrangini and Exmouth.
And Carrangini's definitely on my top of the list to go back to. Lots
of beautiful beaches that you can swim in, not like the top end of Queensland. You've got all these nice beaches but you can't swim in them.
No, we don't travel with a pet. We love national parks and a lot of beach camping. You're not meant to have pets.
2 kids is enough. Don't need a pet as well.
The funny thing that I think of would be we were camped at Cockle Creek in the south of Tassie. We woke up one morning and Martin came outside and he's like, "Did you bring our thongs in last night?" I was like, "No, why?" And they were gone. Someone had stolen both our pairs of thongs and it was our wedding anniversary.
Someone's in desperate need for some second-hand thongs.
So we didn't have thongs until we went into Hobart, and then everything was closed because it was show day.
Or go to day or something, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Staying away from caravan parks all the time would have to be our solar and sort of battery system to be able to run the fridge and coffee machine and the little luxuries. Yeah?
Yeah. Before we left Perth, we sold everything we had there. We were only renting over there, so that wasn't a big issue. We sold our rental property in Tassie. We didn't plan on going back there, and the guy that was renting it wanted to buy a house, and it just worked out timing wise.
It's just a meant to be thing.
Yeah. So yeah, we sold everything. Martin's working at the moment and has worked over the Christmas New Year period just gone as well.
Yeah, so we're just sort of working as we're going. We'd saved some money and then sold the house, so we had a little bit of money there.
Yeah.
But yeah.
We try to aim around $1,000 a week. That's for the 4 of us.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's less.
Food and fuel are our biggest expenses. Unless there's something we've got to fix with this, because we've had to get the gearbox rebuilt partway through the trip, so that was a pretty big expense that wasn't foreseen.
You just have to take it as it comes. You can't stress too much about it. Things happen, you get them fixed. It is what it is at the end of the day. What have you learnt? Being with the kids all day is hard work.
No, it's been good. Spending a lot more time with the kids rather than only seeing them for a couple of hours of an afternoon before they go to bed and on the weekend. So
yeah,
that's good, seeing them grow up.
Yeah, that's it.
It'd probably just be the relaxed lifestyle, not living on a strict sort of 7 to 5 day, and take every day as it comes. Being with the kids all the time, sometimes a good thing, sometimes not.
Yeah, my favourite thing would be having Martin home with us most of the time. Makes it just a little bit easier when the kids are a bit crazy sometimes.
The biggest one would probably be the time we spent out on Lorella Springs. And yeah, you're doing a once in a lifetime trip. Is there a splurge that's not worth it? You're gonna make the most of it, don't you?
It'd be that or Marten Island for a couple of weeks, which was epic.
It'd be the toilet, the porta toilet, porta potty.
We've carried it all the way from WA. And we just don't use it.
We haven't used it yet. It's generally been a toilet nearby, or just,
A lot of the free camps and cheaper camps these days have some sort of facilities, whether it's a drop toilet or a flushing toilet, doesn't really matter. But yeah, you've usually got access to that.
Threatened to get rid of it multiple times now, but we've sort of just hung on to it in case the time that we did need it or wanted to stay in a self-contained place.
Yeah.
But I think it's pretty close to going. Massively.
Yeah, we were on the Vic New South Wales border when it all first started, and we got into Queensland because we had family and friends that we could be with safely and not in a caravan park or a free camp somewhere. So we spent 6 weeks with my family in Mount Tamborine, and then we did a 3-day trip from there to Cairns to be with some friends
For the next 18
18
weeks or so.
yeah. And then after that, we didn't really do much while we were in Cairns because we were locked down for so long.
Everything was still pretty well closed up. Once the border to NT opened, we snuck over there and did a bit of travel around the NT, which all the rule and that, like we said, wasn't on our intended lap, but our intended lap's all gone out the window from COVID. Maybe a bit of a blessing. Now we're going to be spending best part of 3 years travelling instead of
12
getting it
months.
done in 12 months.
But yeah, we wasn't much we could do about it, so we just did our bit and stayed put as much as we could, and then that's it.
Yeah, it was lucky we didn't have anything to go back to, and yeah, we had some friends and family that we could spend some time with.
Yeah.
Just be to take your time, try not
Yeah.
to rush it. There's so many things to see. Probably talk to people because you pick up on things and where they've been and tips and things to go to or not go to.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely talk to other travellers. Doesn't matter if they're just weekend travellers as well. If they're coming from the direction that you're heading, they've usually got a few tips of like the next 2 or 3 towns to go to and things to do there that aren't always on your radar. So yeah, definitely talk to other people and hear their experiences because you learn a lot from other people. So
Yeah.
yeah, that's us done. Thanks for listening, guys.
Yeah.
Bye.
So, yeah.